Hello everyone, this is Mr. Arnold here. Today what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you how to convert from a decimal number to a binary number. So here we go, we're going to do it by example, okay? So before we start, the first thing that we should know is the powers of 2. Okay, so a power of 2 is any number that has an exponent but the base is 2. So for example, if we start here, if I had a power of like 2 to the 1, for example, that would equal just 2. Or for example, 2 squared is 4, 2 to the 3 is 8. Okay, you're noticing that these are being multiplied by 2 each time, right? And 2 to the 4 is 16. So see, that was multiplied by 2, and you can predict that the next one would be 32. Okay, so we should remember our powers of 2 in order to convert to binary. So I'm just going to erase that. Just going to find where I put my eraser. All right, so here we go. Let me erase that. Now I'm going to write them out again. Okay, but I'm going to write out just the value of them. So, and I like to do it in actually like a box, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw that box. Okay. And I'm going to divide this into 8. And the reason why I'm going to divide it into 8 is because the number I'm going to choose won't need more than that. And starting on our right side, this is going to be our 2 to the 0 box, which is our 1. This is going to be the 2 to the 1 box, which is 2. This is our 2 to the 2 box, which is 4. 2 to the 3, which is 8. 2 to the 4, which is 16. 2 to the 5, which equals 32. 2 to the 6. Sorry, that's a 7. Apparently I can't count. Try that again. So we have 2 to the 6, which equals 64. And finally we have 2 to the 7, which equals 128. Okay, so there we go. If I zoom out here, we have our box set up. Okay, and what we're going to do is now we're going to take a number. So let's say we take the number, I don't know, 115. Let's go 115. Okay, that's our decimal number, and our hope is to convert it to binary. And what we do is we look at our numbers we have here. So we got the powers of 2. We got 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, and 128. And we choose the biggest number that is not above 15. So in this case, the biggest number that is not above 15 is 64. Okay, so now what we're really trying to do is break 115 down into an addition statement using these numbers here. So our first number is going to be 64. And so now we're below it, we're going to actually start making our binary number. Or actually, I'm going to do it above it. So we're going to use 64. So in my box here, I'm going to put a 1. Okay, think of that like an on. A 0 would be an off. So for example, here I didn't use this, so I could put a 0. I'm not going to in this case because it's a leading 0. We don't really need to include leading zeros. Anyway, so here we go. So I said that 115 is equal to 64 plus some other stuff. Okay, and we're going to determine what that is. So here we go. We're going to take 115 and we're going to subtract 64 from it. Okay, and this is going to tell us how much left we have. Okay, so when I subtract 4 there, I get a 1. When I subtract a 6, okay, from 11, I get 5. So there we go. So our new number is like 51. So we could have 51 here, but that's not a power of 2. So we do the same method again. So find a power of 2 here that's below 51. The one that's highest, that's below 51. So that'd be 32. So again, I'm going to make that a 1. Okay, so in order to get that, I get plus 32. And again, I'm going to do this like subtraction here. So now I'm going to take 51, and I'm going to subtract 32. Okay, and so when I do 51 subtract 32, you'll see 11 minus that, so I get 9, and then 4 minus that, so I get 19. Okay, and so again, this is not a power of 2, so I have to use that process again, find the largest number that does not go over this. In this case, 16 would work, so I put a 1. I add my 16 onto my list here, and then I'm going to take 19 and subtract 16. So 19 minus 16 is equal to 3. Okay, so this one's, I like this one because it's a little interesting. We had a pattern of 1s going on here, but here we have a 3. Well, 8 is above 3, so we can't use it. 4 is also above 3, so we can't use it. So it looks like we're going to have to use a 2. Here's, I'm going to put a 1 there in the 2 slot. Okay, we're going to add 2. And then I'm going to take 3 and subtract 2. So 3 minus 2, that equals 1. We're still not to 0, so we're not quite done. We have to figure out a power 2 that gives us 1. Well, would you look at that? 2 to the 0 gives us 1. So that's going to be our final 1 there. And when we do 1 minus 1, we get 0. So we know we're done. Okay, and I forgot to add it here. Okay, and now the final thing you do is you fill in the other zeros. Okay, so we're done. Now we know that the number 115 in binary would be 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1. Okay, so there you have it. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye.